What's up? Welcome to another episode of Straight Outta Compin. I'm your host, Jamil Damg. I got with me the lovely Corianne Wright. What's cooking, girl?
Oh, it looks like we're going to get one under contract today with a astro flipping member here in Colorado.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
What was the strategy? How did they get it?
Follow-up was the strategy because they didn't like our offer about 2 weeks ago. And I was like, just hold
Who's
on.
they?
It's a good offer.
Be
The seller.
descriptive. Seller, you're direct to seller on it?
No, so we're dealing with an agent. It's the listing agent.
Okay. On market, off market?
It is on market.
Sorry, you cut out. Say it one more time. I apologize.
On market.
Okay.
It's on market. They had a few other offers that were higher than ours, only by like 20, 30K. They've been trying to push us up for 2 weeks, but I knew that was our dispo price, basically, that they were trying to push us up to. So we've been holding pretty firm. Today they came back and we played one of my favorite cards, which is what's the number that gets it done today? They gave it to us. We gave them an offer that was like 10K lower than that. And it looks like we're going to lock it up. So terms and all of that fun stuff's happening. But
Let's go.
It's going to be Miguel's first one in Colorado.
Let's go. Cool beans. Guys, if you haven't already realized that Corianne's dope and she'll do deals with you in Colorado, elsewhere as well, she's like super available to connect you to Astro community members and other markets. She's like a really good resource for you guys. So reach out to her. Corianne, how do people get a hold of you?
I will drop my card in the chat so they've got all my contact information, but I would greatly appreciate a follow on YouTube at Corianne Wright or on Instagram at Corianne Wright. Please and thank you. Oh, yeah. Also, we're starting to look for deals in Northern California. My business partner is located there, boots on the ground. So we're adding it and we're just starting some acquisition stuff there.
Hell yeah. Good stuff. Okay. So NorCal, Colorado, where else are you working?
And then land deals nationwide.
Land nationwide. Awesome. Cool. Well, we should get to Compin here. I'm ready when you are. And guys, as you should know already, we're using the best software in all of real estate investing, Privy. It helps you comp, has an incredible algorithm to help you find on-market opportunities that are well-priced. You can sort through properties that have high days on market, so you can make some real kick-in-the-nuts offers and get deals done. As you heard just now, Corianne's getting a deal done that's on market. Lots of good stuff happens on market. In fact, I've been routinely doing anywhere between 8 to 12 MLS deals at Key Glee a month for the last 8 years. So, I mean, if you counted all that up, the average assignment fee is like $15,000. Let's say you're doing what's 8 at 15. I'm not good at maths today. So 8 times 15,000, that's $120,000 a month. You multiply that by 12, which is years, which is 12 months in a year. Multiply that by 8 years that I've been doing it. So you guys understand, the MLS has made our company $11,520,000 since we started using it for our deals. $11,520,000 since we've started using it for our deals. And it's not, we don't exclusively do MLS deals. Of course, we go direct to agent to find pocket listings, which is off market. And we do a little bit of direct to seller as well, using Deal Junkie for great data. But you guys know, people yell at you when you go direct to seller. So you got to have really thick skin. And houses that are listed on the market right now have already raised their hand saying, I want to sell. And if they've been sitting on the MLS for a while, they're just overpriced. And all you need to know is how to negotiate them well. So make sure, if you don't have Privy already, go to runprivy.com. Use code Compin, COMPIN, for a 30% annual discount, 20% off the monthly fee. And with that, let's get
started. We are going to kick it off with 1985. Glenmar. Ooh, we're in your emails. There we go. 1985 Glenmar, Glenmar Drive in Decatur.
Decatur. All right. 1985 Glenmar Drive, Decatur, Georgia. 3-1 single story, 1,000 square feet, 17,000 square foot lot, 27 active days on market, built in 1967. Looking at the pics, dated. It's exactly what we'd want for a potential cosmetic remodel for a wholesale deal. So, all right, checks that box. Let's dive into the comp.
One of the questions we all want to know, though, is what is the era and decade where people wanted a black fridge?
Oh,
it feels like it was before my time.
Oh, what are you trying to say? I'm old? I remember black fridges. It was in between. It was right after white, before steel. So,
okay.
It would have been 90s, like mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. We went to steel, and so I'd say like mid to late 90s. Because I remember when I saw my first black fridge, I was in high school, and so that would have been mid 90s. And I used to hang out at this rich girl's house, who was dating my buddy, and it was like she's probably one of the reasons why I really wanted to become successful, because I saw like how other people lived. And so she had this beautiful kitchen, and she had black appliances, and I remember being like, ooh, fancy. Like, look at these people, look at these rich people with these black appliances. Like, and then I would go home to my white fridge, and I'd be like, oh, I'm so poor. All right, so we have 3-bed, 2-bath, 1290 square footer, built in 62. This gives us an indicator that we're somewhere in maybe the 230, 240 range. Let's look for more evidence. All right, so this 252, it's 1,164 square feet, so 164 square feet larger than us. I think that pushes us to about 235, 240. Let's keep looking around here. Let's check out this 275, see what that's about. Too big. Let's check out this 305. It's going to be too big too. And let's scooch back a bit. This 290. Oh, but it's from. Hold on a second. Yeah, so this is a 24 sale. This 293, you can't use it because we've got newer comps here, even though they're lower. It's where the market is right now. So sorry, 293, I'm gonna delete you. You don't get to be a part of the story anymore. All right, keep it going. 1177. This isn't good. This is depressing our number a little bit. Let's look inside and see what they've done in this house. Not a full remodel. This is like a real cheap ass remodel. So we're gonna just not use that either, because I would say that people should do better. Continuing on, I'm not seeing much that's going to confirm anything else for us. So I'm going to call it at 230. So if we have a 230 ARV and they're asking 190, so this is the reason why these guys haven't been able to sell this thing, right? If 230 is the ARV, we know in Atlanta for a cosmetic, 55% is the ARV you need to be at. So 230 times 0.55, go offer 125, 125, get it done.
Get her done. All right, let's go to 2036. Gorgas, Gorgas Street.
I feel like the guy who named this street had a speech impediment. He was like,
it's
"Oh
Gorgas.
My God, I just love this block. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous over here. It's just such a pretty gorgeous."
Oh.
Have you? I got this thing on Instagram the other day where it was like this little girl when she was talking to a group of people, and she was like, "I would like to know how much dedicated wham I need for this application." And I haven't been able to stop laughing at that. Like, dedicated wham. I think her dad was the guy who named Gorgas Street. Probably.
100%. All I can think about is South Park and the character that has his tongue out the whole time.
Who's that? Which one? I mean, I know South Park well. Which one has their tongue out all the time?
His name is Scott. His name is Scott.
Hilarious. Okay. Wow.
We got a comp. Sorry, guys. We're having way too much fun today.
2270 square feet. I mean, that's big. Okay, I'm I'm not using this one. That's on the other side of Carter Hill Road, but it's like a 3-3. Now it's a 2007 build. So I'm like, there's no way this is going to compare, and it doesn't. So each get out of my life. Let's see what this is. A 25 build. Okay, 2,072 square feet. Now, here's the thing, right? There's nothing in this size range on the other side of Carter Hill Road. Nothing at all. Now, I don't know how much the neighborhood's going to change here, so maybe I can get to Street View. Is this how would I do it? Wait.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, here. Right? So, here's my subject. That's Carter Hill. No, where's Carter Hill Road? I want to see how much the neighborhood changes. So here's what I'm going to do. I know what my street on Gorgas looks like. Let's go to Carter. Let's go to the other side of Carter Hill, and let's just see what it looks like over there. Because if it looks anything similar, then we know the neighborhood hasn't really significantly changed. And the neighborhood hasn't significantly changed, then we can potentially use the comp. So let's dive here. Let's look at that street.
And for our fellow Privy
see, look at this. Not the same.
No.
Not the same at all, right? So I wouldn't use this comp because we're talking a completely different neighborhood here. This is like more picturesque. Like you can see that this side of the tracks, they got more money. It is what it is. It's just a more expensive street. Look at the lawns. These are estates over here, right? Whereas over there, the houses are closer together. Not that it's not a nice street. It's just not this street. So that 250, get out of my life. All right. So what else do we have here? We got a 146 at a 1685 square. See, this neighborhood looks similar to our subject, right? Look at that. So we know that that's comparable. So we're above 146. Let's check this 200. Okay, we're above 200 because we're larger than that. So I'm actually going to say that an appraiser would give us an extra 10% because that's the largest sale we have on this side of the block. So I'm going to call it a 220. So if 220 is my ARV, what do I need to buy it at? In Alabama, I would say you need to be at 50%. So I would be, but okay. So convention would say offer 110 when this thing has been on the market. Oh, 2 days at 99. Jeez. All right. So
that's a fun pickle.
It's a pickle because it's priced well and it's a fresh listing. Okay. Now, in a highly competitive market, people will be offering like full price, no inspection, close in a week kind of thing, right? And so that could be happening here. I don't know Montgomery, Alabama well. I don't know what it's like. But what I would suggest doing is going in and offering like 15 under list, like go offer 75 for this thing and then try to make a quick $5,000, assign it for like 79.9. No, that's wrong. Go offer 85.
Can you see
Go ahead. Yes.
Okay. Go offer 85 for sure. Do what the goat says. But I'm curious, if we look at the comparables, does it show a lot of investment activity? Like, is any of this actually investment? And if you hit settings, you can search by investment only. That's why I love Privy. Save. Just to see if there's activity. Plenty of activity. What's the percentage on the one next door at the 200? I'm just curious.
50, 45. On the 200, is that the one?
So that percentage of ARV is not actually the spreads ARV. You'd have to click in to know that. Or just look at the buy prices. 80, 30, 40, 14.
Well, I think that 200.
So 85 is like.
On this 200, is this right? It looks like they paid 40 for it.
Let's click on it and find out. When did that 40
but
transaction
it says right
happen?
there. Yeah, we don't know. I can't get into it.
If you click on the little info on the far left, you see where the eyeball is, and then there's the eye. Click on the eye,
okay,
and then it just pops it up real fast.
There we go.
Before and after, down at the bottom. We're having a Privy moment you can all learn from. Right there. When did it sell for 40? Scroll up just a smidgy to the photo. At the top.
22.
Guys, sorry, I'm getting real close. 22.
22.
Okay, so not quite a quick flip, which it's always ideal to find quick flips. But the question we always are getting in the comments is, how do you find the percentage of ARV? And this is pretty much the answer.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to come in here and see where people are buying consistently. This might be a one-off, but.
Yeah. And I mean, look, the other part is, right, this is a 46 build. It's going to be a full gut remodel, right? And so, and the market is actually less. It's, I mean, 2022, and what was the month of this? December of 22. So the market had already started to soften. In December of 22, I remember that the market was slow, right? And so they paid 40 for it then, but they probably would have paid 60 for it in like mid 23, right? So 60 of 200, let's see what that percentage is. And then, maybe that gives us a little bit more insight. That's like 30% of ARV. So on our subject, if you were, again, if it's a full-fledged full gut remodel, then 85 isn't going to work. You're going to need, and they haven't given us pictures on this either. If you see, they haven't given us any photos. And let's see what the listing description says.
If you go to view external listing in the blue, it might pull some up. I don't know what it'll pop up to.
There we go.
It often does, and that'll click you right to the right place. Guys, you got quiet in the chat. This is my knock moment. Is this being helpful?
It's actually really nice. So then my number doesn't change. Go offer 85.
Okay. Beautiful.
Because it's like super, super, super clean. At best, this is a cosmetic remodel. I'm not really loving this like slant over here. That might need to get fixed up a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on with this.
Oh, sorry. We're not looking at it. We're still looking at Privy. Give us a little, let us see it with you.
Here we go. So the photos here show it's like pretty well maintained. It's definitely a cosmetic at best remodel. But this little slant here, I don't know what this is about. I don't know if that's like a foundation sagging, if it's like just needs to have, this part repaired. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a contractor and I don't know what would have caused that. But otherwise, this house looks like it's in fairly decent shape. And so cosmetic remodel, I'd say go offer 85, maybe 80. Call the agent and see where they're at. But there's an opportunity here. It's a 200 house. So get to it.
Beautiful. All right, let's go to 4937.
4937?
Correct. Taft, Taft Street in Chino, right there on top.
Okay, 4937 Taft Street, Chino, California. First day on market, another freshie, 2-bed, 1-bath, single story, 936 square feet, listed at $500K. Looking at the pics. That little casita thing here, or the garage or whatever that is, that looks gnarly, but there's a garage. Looking in, the house is gnarly too. I mean, it's not like, oh, okay.
Ooh.
So it's, I would say this is a full gut. You're gonna need, oh my goodness, yeah, that's a full gut for sure. Okay, so let's dive into the comps. You're for sure gonna need to gut it.
She's practically ugly in every way, just the way we like her.
Too big, too big, too big, too big.
How big is ours? Oh, tiny, tiny.
Getting a little better. So not looking good right now.
Is there specific times where you go addition play is the only way? And then do you comp that way, or will you look like kind of into infinity to try to find another tiny?
No, I mean, I look at what the neighborhood's calling for, right? So, you're not really seeing anything here that's super small. And if you look at this one right here on Vista Avenue, right? So this is a 4.2 1352 square footer. I mean, 2.1 is not a functional house in today's modern world, right? Nobody's gonna buy and move into a 2.1 unless you're like a cat lady, you know. And so there's, in my opinion, you're gonna need to do a Bed Bath addition in here. You're probably gonna have to do a 400-ish square foot addition to get to where this 730 would be. So let's do that math. You do a 400 square foot addition, and we're in Cali. That addition is going to cost you $150 a square foot. So the addition is going to run you about $60,000. Okay, then you got to renovate the house at 936 at $80 a foot. That's another $75,000. So 75 plus 60, that gets you to about $135K on the remodel. So if 730s are sell cost, we could take off 8% in selling and commissions at 60 grand. So 730 minus 60 gets us to 670. And then what did I say? 135 on the remodel? 135 on the remodel. That gets you to 535. And so if 500 is the cost, you might make 20, 30 grand at 500, which nobody's going to do that deal. So
not in Cali.
Not in Cali, not for this risk, not for that kind of a situation, for like a full gut house. So I think you need to go offer these guys 420, which is actually a really good number for California.
And a really good number in terms of how long it's been on market and being able to bring it to a buyer with value add from where it's like sitting. Like, that's a really nice spread. Yes. All right, let's keep moving. We're going to go to, thank you, David, for spelling this out. I see you. 1208 West Lakeshore, all one word, Lakeshore Drive. And we're headed to Nachitoches.
1208 West Lakeshore Drive, Nacho Cheesies. What?
DR. Just put DR. And then NATCHI. Yes.
What were we calling this the other week?
Not Nachitoches or not. I don't know. It's a ridiculous word. Just so we're clear, probably Native American though.
Nachitoches. Okay, 1208 West Lakeshore Drive, Nachitoches, Louisiana. It looks like.
Yes, we're in Louisiana.
I
said LA last week.
There's no information.
If you scroll down, is there an external listing by chance?
Possibly.
Click on view external listing.
And here we go. 3-1. No square footage.
Oh, drat.
So I'm gonna Google this and see if any website has some square footage information. Not on Zillow. It's not on Redfin. Maybe we'll get it. 1246. 1246 square feet. So that's on Remax gave it to me, guys. So Remax gave it me 1246. So it's a 3-2-12 Nacho Tochis. That's what we were saying last week. Nacho Tochis.
Yeah, exactly.
So
also, just for the Astro people, you need to know that the eye emoji is getting dropped.
3-1246 square feet is our information. Let's dive into the comp. Sometimes, guys, you just got to do a little bit more digging to get all the details. Okie dokie. No comparables. Why?
Thank you, David.
Show me the why? No sale.
You mean a lot of people don't want to live in Nacho Chochis?
I don't think so.
I thought it might be the new hoppin' hippin' market.
What the heck, dude? So there's no sale data. We've got
actives, which is never, you never want to be outweighed actives to solds.
No. And Louisiana, I'm pretty sure is non-disclosure. I'm going to check Zillow anyways, but I'm almost positive that Louisiana is non-disclosure, so Zillow's not going to help us either. But
is anybody but David working Louisiana? Holler, throw your hand up in the chat, please.
No sales data. No sales data. See, we get these little lines. It just gives us two little dots. Two little dots say that they don't tell us nothing. But also, look at the number of like solds. Like it's not a lot. We don't. There's not a lot happening over here. Here was I wish we could see what this thing sold at. Let me look around at these little dotties and see if I can find something around 1,200 square feet, and then let me see if I can Google that to see if when we're going all out for whoever sent this one in, just so you know.
David, we love you.
1217 Phillips and 12. So this one lines up, and it's listed pending right now. That's the comp. That's the comp. Holy crap, guys. We had to do like a lot to figure this out. 125 is the comp. So if 125 is the comp, and look, it's like it's as remodeled as Nacho Toe Cheese gets. Okay. Like that's the best
and
kitchen
that's assuming
in all
it's
the Nacho
pending
Toe Cheese.
At ask, right?
And is it pending at ask? Let's see.
I mean, it's pending, so we don't really know if it's pending below.
No, they listed at 130.
Oh, okay.
And it's pending fast. It's within a month, right? So they went down and then it went pending. And so yeah, 120. It's probably 125. It's not the most accurate number to hang on to, but it's as close as you're going to get. And I don't imagine that this thing is going to have sold for a lot less than 125. And so, one moment. Let's see.
Hopefully this is helpful for David. And also,
if 125 is this thing, and what was the year build on our subject? Do we remember that? Frick.
I don't remember.
Let's see. Looks like a 70s.
Sometimes you got to go all out.
Looks like a 70s vintage, I bet. So 70s vintage. So it's going to be cosmetic, I would imagine. So I'm going to say 55%. So I'd offer them 68K, 65K. Let's just be conservative. Go offer 65. 65.
Ooh.
That was a lot of work.
Go do it, y'all. It's about to be a commercial break. It's 10 seconds. Smash the like button. We'll see you in a second.
Psst, let me tell you a secret. It's cool to watch me comp, but it's even cooler if you know how to do it yourself. So go get Privy right now. Go to runprivy.com. Use code COMPIN, COMPIN, and you're going to get 20% off your first year. Yes, 20% off. Go do it right now. Code COMPIN. Go. Bye.
Whew, had to breathe. We're good.
Yo.
Next, let's head to Spring Hill, Florida.
Ready when you are.
14500. Harmon, Harmon Drive, Spring Hill. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, 14500 Harmon Drive, Spring Hill, Florida. No details again. My goodness. What is happening? No third-party listing. I have to do some juggling now.
Brandon does admit he thinks there's 0 comps for this. So he's hoping you can help. You Googled Google.
I know.
That dates you more than a black fridge, Jamil.
32, 15, 12 square feet. 32, 15, 12. Okay. So 32, 15, 12. Let's go back. That's the wrong house. Are you on Privy with me right now?
No, but I can be.
No. What are you looking at on my screen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Redfin. We're doing great.
You're seeing the right screen of mine right now?
I'm looking at Redfin.
Okay, you're not then.
It all depends on what you want me to be looking at. Sorry.
Okay. Stupid. Let's check Zillow. Why y'all trying to wholesale houses in the sticks? Even the dirt looks old here and unappealing. Wow.
Well, this goes from a guy who lives where all you have is like dirt and cacti, right?
Yeah. So here's a 3-2-16-20 that sold. 265. So we're like 1,500 and what were we? We're 1,512. So about 100 square feet smaller.
Is our subject a manufactured too?
I mean, Corianne, we can't even get into those details on this shit because like we're talking one house sold in all of the area. Like can we be picky on that? Not a chance. But we know that if it was a manufactured, that we are as a single family going to be higher value than a manufactured. So we can use this as our baseline and know that it's either this or better. Makes sense? Mm-hmm. So if it's 1612, I'd say you're probably at 1,534 square feet. You're probably at 240. So I would say ARV is 240 or better because we have a single family, and the only comp that has ever sold in this area of the world was a manufactured home. So we're 240 or better. That's what I would say. Now, if it's 240 or better and we're in the butthole of America, what would you want to offer on that? At 240, I'd say probably 35% of that. So I'd be offering these guys 85 to 90K tops.
And looking for a better neighborhood to find a deal in.
I would agree. Because you're going to have one hell of a time trying to find a buyer in that hood. You know what I mean? Like who's truly going to want to buy that, right? Because they're not going to do they're not going to want to do anything. And there's no investors out there. Is that Todrick's deal?
No, it's not. He promised that his is in an easier spot.
Oh, okay, cool.
That was sorry, I already moved your comment.
It was a PPL. Of course it was a PPL lead. Of course it was a PPL lead. Because these are the ones that they actually have to go to the internet to find somebody to buy their home because like nobody's mailing them anything.
That's true. All right, let's go to 1728. Griffith, like the Andy Griffith show. Avenue in Las Vegas.
1728 Griffith Avenue, Las Vegas. 6-bed, 4-bath, 2-story, 3,089 square feet. 1961. 7,400 square feet. Got a pool.
But I don't know if that was a question or a statement, but
I said it's got a poo.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to poo. I don't have to poo. I said it's got a pool. I just said that fast. You were like, "Whoa!" He just said he has to poo right live on the air. No, I don't have to poo. Fuck. Oh my God, Corianne. So we got a 550 sale here, but ours is a 2-story and this is a single. So that's a thing. And we always know a 2-story is less than a single story. Why? Because fewer people can buy a 2-story. Why? Because of stairs. And why are stairs a problem? Because people are old or they have mobility issues. So that's fewer people.
Todrick, if you did have an address, I don't see it. So will you redrop it, please and thank you.
Here's a 2-story. When was this built? 63. We're 61. Oh my God. Okay. I found it. Holy chicharron. This is the one. Okay. And it's got a pool. It's fully remodeled. Let's see if we can see its elevation. Yeah, I mean it's perfect. 648. Now we're larger than that, so you're going to be a little above 648, but there's no other like I would not be comfortable using dollar per square foot to extrapolate out of this. So I'm just going to call it at 650. So if 650 is the ARV, we're in Vegas, you need to be at about 65% out there. So 650 times 0.65, go offer 430.
Beautiful. Let's head to 4832 West Rancho Drive in Glendale.
Glendale, Arizona. No details. Let's take this over to Zillow. $4832 West Rancho in Glendale, Arizona. So we've got a townhome, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,098 square feet, 1984 build, 857 square foot lot. Just got listed on the MLS. Let's see. But we want to comp a townhome in a townhome in the same complex, right? That's the secret here. So 32,098. Let's see if we can find a model match. So there was a sale at 230, a little smaller. Let's check this 250. 32,090. That's our guy right there. 255. Let's see if we can find any higher. It looks like that's the highest sale though in this complex. 255. Okay, if 255 is the ARV, let's look inside of it too, just to double check the photos. Remodeled. Okay, so 255 remodeled times 0.68. So you'd want to be at like 170. And what was it listed at again? 210. I mean, it's close. It's 40 off, but it's just got listed, right? 2 hours ago. I don't think this agent's going to take $40K off the list price in 2 hours of showing it. So I would wait on this one.
She said they got an offer for 140, but she thinks they can at least get 170, 180. So if he goes and gives her that 170, maybe he can lock it up. Maybe they're hungry.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go do it. Go, Jonathan. Right. Go, Jonathan. Stay here in Zillow. I'm pretty sure that we don't have access to anything in Privy in Utah. So it's 3791 South 4400. So 4400 West West Valley City, right there on top. Danielle, I didn't skip you. I see you.
It's in Utah?
Yep.
We're not going to get any sold data. It's a non-disclosure state.
I forgot about that. Do you want to try it in Privy? Maybe I'm wrong.
I know Privy doesn't have it.
Dread. Utah's so difficult. Kyle, if you need to connect to somebody awesome, there are agents who are licensed with access to the MLS who are in the Astro group. Hit me up and I will connect you to them. His name's Mike. That's popping in my head, but there are a couple other ones. So.
Mike's awesome. He's such a cool dude.
He really is. All right, let's go to 5235. Wilkinson, WIL 32, or I'm sorry, 5235. Wilkinson, WILKINSON. And it's in Valley Village, California. That's the one.
Cool. 5235 Wilkinson Ave, Valley Village, California. 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage, 1,854 square foot home, 5,852 square foot lot. 2-car garage, 79 active days on market, 1939 build, no photos inside the house, just a shed. Look at this shed we're selling. And this other shed, which happens to be the house. Or is that a casita? Okay, so that's a casita, an ADU, and that's the house. Okay. And that's the garage, and that's another ADU. So yeah, it's a detached ADU. The detached ADU has a 1-1. Okay, let's see if we can find a house with an ADU on it. They've got this thing listed for $1 million. I mean, it's just so crazy to me that it's $1,050,000 for that little house in Valley Village, California. Like, what world are we in? So crazy to me.
How far is Valley Village from, like, in LA? How far away are we?
I've never been to Valley Village before, so I have no idea.
Me neither. Todrick just goes, it's in California. Yes, that's what makes it ridiculous.
Ridiculous. It's a nice house. It's not anything like the one we're looking at right now, but it's nice. So they're doing some new construction out there. So, okay, here's the one. Okay, let's see if this has an ADU. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. ADUs give us a little bit of give us a little bit of value. Okay, so this is a bit smaller. So 1.3. I'd say that with the ADU, you can probably hit 135. So back to our subject. If it's $1,050,000 and 1.35 is our ARV, but it's been 80 days on market, you have an opportunity to get a better deal than that. So I would say,
yeah, market's rejected your price.
Yeah, go offer them $920. $920.
13811. 13811. Alderson, ALDERSON, Houston, Texas, right on tap.
13811 Alderson Street, Houston, Texas. 4-3, single story, 2348 square foot home, 19,000 square foot lot, 1960 build.
Terrible roof.
Say that. You were a robot for a second. Say it again.
Oh, the roof looks terrible.
Does it? Let's see.
It's mostly that corner, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's dive in. Houston, Texas. Soggy, Texas. I'm sorry. That was probably not a nice thing to say considering what they've just been through. Sorry, guys. I was just commenting on the fact that every time I'm there, it's super wet, but it's also you guys are struggling out there. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Houston.
We're sending our love and prayers your direction.
I hope they've got power now. You know, it's so crazy to me. Like we need power so badly, but like how would you survive? You know, like no power. Why? Where's my little? Where's my negative?
Okay.
Why is it not here?
It's because you zoomed in on the map. So if you just go to the map and you like zoom out, now where you're at, zoom out again. It's not doing anything?
No.
That's strange. No. What if you click on it?
I'm just going to try and...
Strange.
Glitching. The matrix is glitching. Okay. My negative is back. Nothing here this big. Aha. Okay. So you got a 4. I mean, it's like the same square footage over here. 4-2, 2348 square footer. This is a 68 build. We're a 60 build. So same build generation. 19,000 square foot lot on our subject. This was a 10,000 square foot lot. How many days on market have we been? Because like it has been 1 day active. Oh God. Yeah. So the ARV on this thing is 375, guys. If I'm you, it's priced really well, right? This is priced really well. First day on market. I would call this agent and be like, you want to go to dinner? I don't know. But you know what I mean? You want to call this agent and like really, really schmooze them up nice, because if you could get this below list price, it would be better because it'll help you wholesale it if you're not wholesaling it above list, which is always problematic. But this is a good deal. So if you were a cash buyer, you'd probably go in with a full price offer with an inspection contingency. If you're a wholesaler and you can't close on this and you have to sell this in order to do this deal, maybe you go in at 135, and if you can lock it up at that, sell it at 140, you know, and you're just a little bit under list, but it's a deal. That's a good deal. Whoever sent that in, good job. You know what you're looking at.
Nice, Derek. All right, let's go to 1998 Green Road, Cleveland, Ohio.
1998 what?
Green Road.
Green Road? Cleveland?
Yep, right there on top.
I have a cat named Cleveland.
Oh, really? I didn't know you had a cat.
Yeah, he's a gray dude. 2 bed, 1 bath, single story, 1 car garage, 941 square feet, 70 days on market, 1949 build. This house just looks tired, man. God. Look at it.
Let it sleep.
It's just like, oh, do we have to have people living in us still? It's so hard. Okay, 70 days. Let's see what this thing's worth. So here's a tired looking comp, 114, but we're about 70 square feet smaller. So I think that gets us to about 100. Oh, here's our baby right there. 2-1, 871. We're 941. 115, 49. Garage. This looks like almost identical. Let's look inside. And it is remodeled as best as it gets in this part of the country. It's like
new windows. Yeah. That's fresh.
I mean, this is a fresh boy for sure. That's like, that's like not a bad house at all, right? So 115 is the ARV. So 115 is the ARV. I think in that part of the country, you need to be at about 40% of ARV for it to be a deal, which is $45K. Now, listen, this thing's been listed at $60,000 and it's been 70 days. So if I was you, I would go in at 35. 35. Go get it done.
Ray says it's a pre-foreclosure and he got it locked up at 52. A little high.
A little high. A little. And especially at here's why, dude. 70 days on market. Okay. You're at 52. It's on the MLS for 70 days at 59.9. Okay. Just put your mind inside the mind of a buyer. Okay. You send this out. You're at contracts at 52. So you're going to try to make $5,000? Okay. So you're going to send this out at 57. It's on the MLS for 70 days at 59.9. You're selling it at 57. If you're a buyer, you're going to look at that and say, what did the wholesaler do here that's special? You didn't do anything. In their opinion, they're going to be like, I could have done this myself. So why would I want to pay you $5,000 or whatever to do something that I could have gone and done myself? So this is why you really have to pay attention to list price, days on market, and have a big enough gap between list price and days on market, especially for things that have been on the market for, over like 30 days, which is 70 days. And that gap has to be pretty significant for a buyer to say you've earned your money. So, I'm not trying to be a buzzkill, but I'm just giving you the way that buyers look at this. And they're going to see this and they're going to say, the wholesaler didn't provide me a value that I couldn't have done my own. And even though the numbers, are a little bit high, or they could potentially work, my gut tells me you're going to have a tough time selling that. If I'm a cash buyer in that area, I'm not buying it. I'll wait. I would wait you out. I would wait for your inspection period to end, for you to cancel, and then I would go in and try to I already know that they're going to take some of a discount. So if I'm in love with this house and I want to do it, I would just go directly to the listing agent, wait you out, go directly to the listing agent and offer them 40. Right. So I'm just telling you. And again, I'm not saying that I would personally do that, but that's how cash buyers behave. It's like
rather hear it from you than experience
100%, right? Like I'm only just sharing this after 7,000 deals. I know a thing or two about the mind of a buyer.
Know a thing or two.
Yeah.
Let's go to 7235 12th Avenue North. Just like add an in, and then it's St. Pete.
St. Pete.
There it is.
7235 12th Avenue North, St. Petersburg, Florida. 2-1, single story, 1218, 72 days on market, 1953 build. Let's look inside. Oh, I hate houses like this.
You don't like some wood paneling?
No. So here's why these bother me, right? Because the homeboy went to Floor & Decor or Home Depot or whatever and bought the most budget laminate that he could find. Okay.
Yeah, that's some pasta laminate.
He didn't even pay attention to the color scheme in his house, right? He's just like, he was like, what's 30 cents a foot? And they're like this. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll take it. And then he lays it in his house and he's now in his brain, this is remodeled. Like this is the mind of a seller now, right? Like in this guy's mind, this is beautifully updated. Look at all the work I did renovating this house. I put this incredibly tacky, and then not only did he buy the budget floor, but he ran out and he had to get a second flooring option for the kitchen because we got another low grade laminate here that is a completely different color scheme that they've laid in the kitchen. But again, Your seller believes this is a renovated home.
Yeah. They want top dollar.
I bet you they do.
The roof is in great shape. Age is unknown. The AC and water heater were replaced in 2021. Was told the electric and plumbing is up to code and would pass inspection. So yeah, they really think they've got something.
Well, let's check it. Let's check it. Okay, so we got what 12, 18 square feet, 2-1. Okay, you got a 1378 here. It's a little larger, but that that's 400. So that's still kind of telling you 320. Let's keep looking. Here's a 3-2 1541. It's too big to use, but it's a 490. And this is an upgraded house. So I can't use this. Like, what happens if we use this 318? Because this is a little bigger. 318 a foot times, what's our square footage? 1218. Gets you to like 380, which I can actually swallow that. But so that, let's just say this pushes us to 370 because I don't want to be super generous. Okay, now we can be a little bit more generous because here's 375. And actually that lines right up with what we were saying because we got a 375, 1104, 1104. So maybe you got a 380 now. Let's see what the dollar per foot was here. 339. So 339 a foot times our subject, which was again 1218. Mm-hmm. That gets you to 412. I can buy that. I can say 412 is reasonable. Let's see if there's anything more. I don't see it. Oh shit. Here's one. But it's on the park. Is it backing the park? It is. Mm. So I wouldn't use that because the park is going to definitely be a thing for people. Let's kind of look at the street view on this thing. Let's see what that park is. The big, yeah. See, that's desirable, right? That's going to add value to your property for sure. So I'm going to disqualify that comp, and I'm going to say you're still at 412. So there's some value here. If it's 412, so it's not listed entirely at ARV. You are going to need to do something about the bed bath count here because it's a 2-1 and 2-1's not going to cut it. So you're going to need to take off 20 grand for that. So 412 minus 20 is a 395. Let's call it a 395. We're in Florida. So I'd go offer these guys 240. 240.
Beautiful. Amazing. Glenn, I know you've got some questions about Privy. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm dropping my card in the comments. You can also work with me in Northern California or Colorado. And we're literally going over to my YouTube right now to do some comping of California and Colorado with some other cool cats. So if you guys want to join, that would be awesome. Jamil, any parting words before we say toodaloo until Sunday?
Yeah, just keep at it, guys. You guys are doing a great job. This is fun. Have fun doing it. Later.
Bye.